Get him in the chat, but you mentioned reviews online, and I've asked, I think, one other advisor this on these calls. I mean, what is your approach when you do get a negative review on Facebook or on Yelp or another social website? How do you respond to that, and how do you keep your reputation intact?
You mean after I start going, I just start yelling about it because I know we're right and they're just blowing smoke and just losing my mind. And, I think we talked the story about, my wife is my partner. So, they always say leave work at home. That's bull. That doesn't stay at home. And I think, we've done very, very well protecting ourselves from being, socially bashed or whatever. But there was 3 Sundays, I think, in a row where we woke up on a Sunday morning and checked our texts and somebody's like, hey, did you see what this person said about you? And we're like, that's how our morning starts. Like, what? And then you start looking at it and you're like, the nerve of them, or, it just, but then we kill them with kindness. Two of those things, we called the client and one of them had never used us before. So they didn't know what their expectation was, but they were traveling and they booked with one agent, and a friend of theirs booked with a different agent of ours. And their experiences with the agent were very different. So they took to the internet. Anybody know a good travel agent? LaMacchia Travel, blah, 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 blah. So we contact her and say, hey, what was we reach out to her directly. What was the problem? What can we help you with? And again, when you do that in a non-attacking way, that offline stuff, as you get that out, it works in your favor. Now you'll know for a fact. I mean, I guarantee a couple that had, was not happy with us, they'll never come back to us. They won't, and and at a certain point, fine. I didn't tell them, I didn't fire them, which I could have and I should have, but I didn't. I let them. I'm like, okay, you know what? We stuck up for ourselves. We defended ourselves. Here's what we did. I get it. And we'll tell them, maybe in the future, you don't want to work with us. We're sorry to hear that, but, thank you for your past business.
Well, we have a question in the chat going off of that.